Mulberry just took a poop, so if you hear scooping, that's him. Yes, Mulberry. Oh my god! Milta just attacked him as he. Oh my god, Milta! Have tuxedo cats, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Sorry, that was such a millennial thing. But anyway. Hey guys, what's up? So I mentioned a few weeks ago that I wanted to do a video on Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. Big topic in the Michael Jackson community. Before I begin, I just want to say, these are my opinions, you guys. I did not know these people, obviously. I never got to know Michael. Literally, when he passed away in 2009, I was like 11 years old, okay? I was literally born in 1998, okay? So this is just from the outside looking in, my opinion, my perspective. Also, this video is not meant to slander anybody. I'm not trying to shame Michael. I'm not trying to shame Diana. We're just having a conversation about their friendship over the years and just how they interacted with each other and what they've said about each other in interviews and things like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with, what do people think about Michael and Diana? As someone who's been in the Michael Jackson fandom, I got heavily involved in it in 2013, and ever since then I've been following so many fan accounts, lots of accounts that talk about Michael, Michael's family, you know, people that knew Michael. I follow a lot of those people. I've seen a lot through the years, but you know, I know there's some people who have been fans of Michael longer than me, or who have actually like lived through these things that I'm about to talk about. I didn't come around to 1998, like I said earlier, so you know, I had a lot of catching up to do. From what I've seen on social media platforms, there are three things that I've seen people say when it comes to Michael and Diana's friendship slash relationship. Some people believe that Michael was groomed by Diana. Now, Michael met Diana when he was 9 and Diana was 23. There was a 14-year age gap. Just for context, because I think growing up learning about Michael, I did not realize how big the age gap was until I actually saw like when they first started interacting with each other and Michael's a literal child. So, you know, that was kind of shocking because the older Michael got, I didn't really notice that Diana was like much older than him. And even in The Wiz, I know a lot of people talk about Diana like looking so much older. I did not really catch that when I first watched The Wiz, to be honest. I know Dorothy's supposed to be young, but it didn't really bother me, and that's kind of an unpopular opinion. A lot of people say that it bothered them that she was older, but anyway. And then other people believe the attraction, I guess, or the potential romantic feelings was one-sided, and Michael was the one-sided part. He had feelings for Diana. She did not reciprocate those feelings. She knew it wouldn't work out because of their age difference, and she just didn't like it like that. That's another thing people believe. And then the last thing that people believe is that there were no romantic feelings at all, and that Michael and Diana were just very close. I mean, Michael literally said she's like a mother figure to him. She's literally says that's my child in one of the clips that I'm going to show. I'm going to share my opinion about this at the end of the video, but for now, let's just kind of go over some events that happened. I'm going to show some clips of them talking about their friendship with each other and interacting with each other and just things that have happened while they were spending time together. One thing that is very clear in some of these clips I'm going to show is that Michael really admired Diana. I can imagine how that would work. I mean, Diana was in the Supremes. She's this very successful, gorgeous woman. Michael was a child entering a scary industry and working so much and being around people that probably weren't great. I mean, the fact that Michael was in like, you know, strip clubs and things like that at such a young age is just really disturbing to me. I could do a whole video on childhood stars in Hollywood or in the entertainment industry in general, because I don't know what the laws were like at this time, but I definitely don't think they were strict enough when Michael was a child for how much he could work and like where that money goes and things like that. But you know, I think Michael had this woman who seemed like a mother figure to him, who cared about him from what I can tell, who was supporting him and guiding him and coaching him through this music industry journey. And she had a lot of experience with that, and I'm not surprised that Michael looked up to her at all. So now here are some clips of Diana talking about Michael, Michael talking about Diana. I'm definitely going to show the Oprah interview where Michael basically admits out of his mouth that he at one time had a crush on Diana.
kissing you, Michael.
You weren't?
No.
Well, who else do you think makes the stage come to real life besides me and Ed Sullivan?
Darling, there you are.
Here I am.
Then it's really over?
Come now. We've been on the train to nowhere, and it's time to get off.
When will I find somebody with your charm, your wit, your lips?
You won't.
There's nothing more to say?
No.
Is he your escort tonight?
Absolutely.
Oh,
This is my dad. Look. I think so.
Really
Because how do you decide what supporting actors?
What are your plans in film coming up?
We're going to do something soon. He's going to play my son.
How do you feel about that?
It's
I knew
great.
that you were going to be a giant star. I really did.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but I didn't know. What I didn't know is that you were going to get so sexy.
You're embarrassing me. Well, I always knew you would
What?
be sexy. Do you guys think she's sexy?
I mean, when I was little, I used to stay with Diana Ross. Me and my brothers, we stayed with her for years. I've never said this, I always had a crush on her. You did? Yes.
We have a lot of the same bone structure and a lot of skin color
Michael
the
does
same.
now because he's had it all done. But you take that as a compliment?
You cannot. I refuse you to insult Michael. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I love him,
Yeah.
and I don't like people making fun of him.
No, but
So yeah, you know, after viewing those clips, I can see how the, like, are they romantic with each other speculation came to be. I mean, I know that Diana was probably just being nice in the clip where they did that show together and they were all in the little sequin outfits and she was like, you know, I didn't think you'd get so sexy. I was like, wow, that was a lot. I mean, I know he's good looking, but wow, that was a lot. You know, I thought she was just gonna say he was handsome or something, or he grew up to be like a nice young man, right? There was that, and then of course Michael in the Oprah interview straight up saying like, I had a huge crush on her. I mean, I can't really deny that. The man said it straight out of his mouth. Primary source, you know? I think the real like speculation of were they ever romantically involved or, you know, did something happen? I think it can kind of be seen when the 1986 American Music Awards show came out and Diana was married at the time. Just the interaction between her and Michael and him in the audience, especially him after accepting the award from her. A lot of people felt that Michael's behavior, like he seemed irritated around her, he seemed sad, disappointed, just hurt. Honestly, okay, looking at this clip, I definitely think something was off, you know, but I mean, remember when Bad literally was like not awarded anything at the Grammy Awards and how sad he looked? Like, it kind of was like that, but not as intense. But I honestly have no idea if this has anything to do with Diana Ross. It could be something totally different, but I mean, the part where he's in the audience and he just looks so sad, and then when he accepts the award and is like looking for Diana, I was just like, oh man, that something's definitely off. You know, I don't know what it is, but something's off in my opinion. Now, again, I don't know these people. I was not a fly on the wall, you know, when the cameras were off, none of that. I personally believe that Michael definitely had a crush on Diana. I don't know how long that crush lasted. I don't know if it was for his entire life or if it was just for a certain time period in his life or certain time periods. And I think that Diana did not reciprocate that. And honestly, I mean, I'm glad because I think the age gap, I understand the age gaps happen, okay, and I know a lot of them happen when there is like someone who is of age, so they are technically legal, but they're still very young, and then the person that they're with is much older than them. I still think it's kind of weird. Either way, whether it's a older man with a younger woman or older woman with a younger man, I think both are weird, especially when there's power dynamics involved. I could go into a whole segment about that, but to keep it short and simple, she knew him at such a young age. I mean, looking at pictures that I've shown throughout this video of how like young he was and how much older she was, it freaks me out when I think that that could even be a possibility, that they were romantic with each other. I'm not saying that this happened, or I'm not saying it happened when he was a child and she was a full-grown adult, but like, I don't know, just being so close to someone and saying like they're a mother figure and then that happens, it just feels so weird to me. I know a lot of people online are like, if this was reversed, if Michael was the older one and Diana was the younger one, this wouldn't fly. You know, Michael would have been in big trouble. But at the end of the day, I don't know if that's true. I have no idea if she groomed him or not. If that is not true, which I'm truly hoping that it's not, and that, you know, Michael just had a little crush and, you know, things diminished, I do think that Diana could have set boundaries with Michael. If someone likes you and you're aware of that and you don't like them back, it is probably best to just tell them and not feed into it at all. And like, especially with the like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna get so sexy thing, like, maybe don't. Maybe don't say that. She can say what she wants to say, but just my opinion, maybe don't say that if you're not into him, right? But anyway, if she's not grooming him, which truly hope that never happened, but if that's not the case, then it seems like Diana was a true friend to Michael. She's been very respectful about him since his passing, when he was alive. Yeah, I mean, she seems like she was a true friend, and Michael didn't have any of those. I actually did a video on Quincy Jones not too long ago and how I really didn't care for the things that he said about Michael after Michael's passing, but Diana has not done that as far as I know. She's been very nice. But yeah, this is just an open conversation, you guys. I'm not trying to claim that I know everything about their interactions with each other, because I don't, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Be respectful, you know, and I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.